Hello, how are you? Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a beautiful day, beautiful night. This is gonna be a timeless and collective reading. See what resonates and leave what doesn't. And remember that divine inner guidance is in you. Try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound, based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin, because I'm not sure what's going on with the energy today. I feel like it's kind of confusing or all over the place. So I grabbed the heart's hidden secrets. Let's begin here. See how it flows. Get you a little clarity. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Grace, Consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love, have for the highest, greatest good of all. What would be helpful for the collective to know that would bring some clarity to what they're wondering, what's in the dark or what's confusing right now. Please and thank you. Woo! Well, if you were unclear, something's going to come through very fast. It's going to feel like a shock. It's going to feel like a surprise. It's going to come out of nowhere. Maybe that's why I felt that weird energy. You know, when you can kind of smell that a storm is coming, like you kind of feel that change in electricity in the air. I feel like you are getting a little I don't want to say warning, but a little, a little clue here that there is a shocking situation. There's something that's unexpected. It could also be where somebody calls you, I want to say for help, but I feel like it's more like they need your advice really fast. I do feel like you're going to be able to help someone. I don't know why I just saw jumper cables. I mean, maybe it's that is electricity. So it might be that, somebody's car doesn't start and you got your jumper cables. But let's get more clarity on the situation, because it could be that it's a tower moment for you or someone else as well. So I just heard trouble in paradise. So I don't know, maybe somebody's having a little trouble in paradise. And now I'm hearing no man is an island. So maybe somebody felt like they had to do something alone. All right, let's see. Clarity for the collective. Fantasy. Maybe somebody had a reality check. I mean, the fantasy is kind of beautiful. Somebody's daydreaming, they're imagining, they're fantasizing, but maybe somebody didn't recognize reality. Maybe I just get that somebody had a big wake-up call here. So maybe it's allowing somebody, I see snapping somebody back into action. I see a snap. Isn't that like an 80s band? Snap. If it is, I will find a song by them. Maybe it's like, maybe somebody's finally snapped. Maybe it's the other way too, which is kind of weird. But if we go the beautiful route with fantasy, I sort of see like maybe I kind of see this as two different things. Somebody was always thinking about why something couldn't be. There is no way out, no possibility, something like that. And maybe somebody's had a big turnaround in their mindset and now they're seeing possibilities. What they're imagining or fantasizing about is maybe something more positive than like turmoil or trouble. There's a song by Pink. I think it's called Trouble. I don't remember. It's like one of her older albums. I remember that I really like the song, but I can't think of how it goes. I'll put that in. I feel like now somebody is just looking at the light, maybe the light at the end of the tunnel of trouble. But I feel like that change in focus is now bringing and magnetizing more beautiful things. Now the doors are starting to open. Now there's, that, I want to say the light at the end of the rainbow. Let's see. A little more clarity, please. I kind of want to, let's just pull cards. I feel like I should just pull cards today. Yeah, somebody was resisting change. Somebody was in this energy of resistance. They're all balled up in the bathroom. They're closed off. It could also be somebody was creating resistance, you know, tension kind of energy. But I feel like this is somebody who pulled their energy back because they're suppressing their emotions. They're resisting some kind of change, even maybe resisting to see the truth in a situation. It could be extra message. I like how these are all kind of, even these cards are all over the place today. Even within a card, it says there's also a secret admirer. Maybe for some of you, you know, somebody unexpectedly gathers up their big girl or big boy pants and asks you out, or reaches back out. But this is somebody who was a little timid. But I don't know, that particular card feels weird. I keep hearing martyr. Like maybe somebody was playing the martyr. Oh, woe is me. Poor old me, it never happens. It always never works out for me. You know, it figures. Like kind of like that sort of energy. I don't think that's your energy. I think that might not even be a person you're connected to, but maybe somebody else is connected to. But if it's that resistance and, you know, you have all this water here that lead a horse to water, give all the advice in the world, but if somebody doesn't really want to hear it and they're in that lack mentality, that's what they're going to attract. That's what they're going to see. It's not going to be about possibilities. They're imagining everything's going to go wrong because it always does. Then it probably will. What is that quote? Like if you think you can, you're probably right. And if you think you can't, you're probably right. It all starts with a mindset. So let's get a little more information, please. Yeah, somebody wasn't in, all right, these two are together. So there is an energy, a person, where maybe even your judgment was cloudy because you got a wishy-washy energy, or somebody was suppressing the truth, suppressing their feelings, suppressing their thoughts, not even speaking up maybe to what their boundaries were. But this is all like La La Land here. You know, it's cloudy judgment, fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, distorted, unbalanced. You know, it's all in the fog. I feel like the fog's going to go away. You can see that light there. There's something coming through pretty shocking. I would say lightning is also electricity and pretty shocking. So maybe the ultimate lesson or advice right now with whatever's going to happen is keep yourself grounded. You know, like a lightning rod. Ground yourself. If there's anything that kind of feels shocking, I feel like you should stay poised, stay strong. And I'm even seeing that maybe it could be about how you respond, but I feel like you don't need to respond immediately in all cases, unless somebody actually does need your help, and that's one situation. But if somebody's sort of like really wanting an answer from you really fast, you don't have to answer before you're ready. Wait until you feel clear in your judgment. But I do feel like right now with what's going on, somebody's illusions, or, you know, I feel like La La Land has changed. Maybe that's what I should call this reading. I feel like somebody was kind of in La La Land, or they just didn't want to see the truth, or something that was right in front of them. But I feel like La La Land can be really beautiful, but you got to make La La Land reality. Come back down to earth a little bit and put energy into something so it can be real and not just a fantasy, an experience, not just a possibility. So you hear that sound, my heat just came on. It is really cold out, so I have to leave it on. But just tune into the meditational Zen sounds instead, or the messages that come through the reading. So I am auto shuffling. Let's get a little more clarity from the same deck, because I'm gonna pull tarot cards for sure to get the a bigger picture of what's actually happening here, because I see many different situations. Still in La La Land. Somebody's was or is, maybe that's you. They're all in their mind. Because, I got fantasy, memory, reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet. So if somebody is in memory land, La La Land, they're thinking about the past. What was, what could have been, what they did, what they didn't do. That was a beautiful day. That day sucked ass. Whatever it is, somebody's in nostalgia. So nostalgia's sort of a weird place to be, because somebody can, our brains can play little trickaroos when you go back to the past. You can remember something in a more beautiful or less fond light than it actually happened, because you latch onto certain things that, I hear it triggered you or inspired you. So let's just say, for instance, you had a relationship that had a really, let's just say it had a really crappy ending or a non-ending. You don't even know what happened, but that caused you a lot of turmoil or pain. Or maybe it was a big, what did I say? The final straw, or that snap, maybe something snapped. It was a big fight and you don't even know what happened. It's like lightning struck and it's over. What the heck just happened? So you keep replaying that weird event, moment. What did I do? What did I do wrong? What did that person say? That person was so mean. Why did they say that? And you forget that maybe you actually had, let's just say it was a 3-month relationship, and you actually had some good times. You went out, you had fun, you really didn't fight the whole time. It just in the end was not compatible, or something happened, you're supposed to move on, but you don't focus on maybe all the good times. You just remember that weird day. Then let's just say it's the other way. And you had somebody that kept repeating patterns. They were back and forth. They were wishy-washy. It was ups and downs, hot and cold. But you really latched on to this person, thought they were the right one, and always gave them the benefit of the doubt, and they always apologized afterwards and said they were gonna change. And you latch on to all those beautiful attributes that you fantasized about, what you maybe saw as possibilities, or the narrative you put in your mind on someone, and you don't remember the weird stuff that was red flag after red flag after red flag that you should have seen long ago to get you out of a pattern. That was a long explanation of nostalgia. But nostalgia can also be very beautiful, but you can't get lost back there. And if it's beautiful things and you want to have more amazing experiences, you're daydreaming and imagining, how can you start today to make those happen? Or plan today to do it tomorrow? Because if you keep putting something on hold, the past just gets longer and longer. Time goes faster and faster. So today is the day to change. Today is the day things are going to change. Maybe today is the day somebody else is going to change. Okay, so I looked at this. I have to take it because that's what I do if I see a card. I was going to pull another card, and I glanced at the bottom of the deck, and maybe that's what somebody's thinking. Maybe this is a situation someone is going through. Maybe it's not about this, and it is a mirroring energy you're having with someone else. Maybe that's why some of you sort of feel energy that's maybe not even yours. It is where, let's just say it's a soulmate energy, or you have somebody that was, they shared the same deep feelings as you. It's a soul-to-soul connection. it's a mirror reflection, but a mirror is also exactly opposite. So maybe total opposite experiences. So we're just going to look at that. We'll see if anything else comes back, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that should just sort of be mentioned. Maybe if you were thinking about a divine partnership, or why a certain person in your life or coming in is just uncomparable to anything else. You can't explain it at all. You never stop thinking about this person. Even I'm getting that you almost, I'm even getting for some of you, someone in your life, you almost have memories of past lives or future lives with. So maybe for some of you, there's a divine partnership that's coming in, or going to have a big change, because you don't want to be in this energy of imbalanced, distorted, you know, daydreaming fantasy. It's all up there in the ether. There's nothing grounding about it. So wherever you are, it's about you grounding your energy, putting energy into you, especially if that's a dynamic you are thinking about. Because if you are a reflection and you're putting all your energy not in yourself but out there, that's all of the energy over there, nothing into you. So it's not going to be, it's going to be like a one-sided mirror. You know, you can only see the one way, but you don't know what's going on the other side. You want this to be like a two-way mirror, right? Is that right? I don't know if that's the right term, but let's continue and get a little more clarity. So speaking of divine, let's go to the divine dog. What would be helpful from the divine dog? A little clarity. So maybe this is sort of going to go into a love reading, but I feel like it should be more neutral today. But I don't want to be resistant to the messages that need to come through. So let's just pull cards. Let's see. Now I trust that the right messages come through and go where they need to go. What would be helpful for the collective, please and thank you. Because La La Land, whatever I said before. When I watch this, I'll find the title. Somebody's dreaming. I do feel like somebody is dreaming different, though. Maybe you are dreaming about a person. Maybe you're dreaming about a person all of the time. Maybe there is somebody you have dreamt about. You don't know who they are until you meet them. You're like, I think I've met you in my dreams. It sounds like a really bad but good pickup line. But this is saying, don't just dream of the one bone. Dream of the whole shebang. Dream that it's raining, you know, opportunity. It's dreaming bigger. Don't lowball yourself. See how amazing you are. All that you deserve. Believe in yourself. I'm getting like a big, really value who you are here. So maybe it is stepping into your personal power. Maybe for some of you, it is boundaries. Maybe it's not being so timid and speaking up about what works or what does not work for you. I feel like whatever's here, even if you start with this little daydream, I feel like once you start putting some action into the earth, really making something happen, I feel like even your dreams get bigger. Possibilities. I hear it arrive, but I feel like you also create more possibilities. Maybe it's looking for the possibilities. Like looking for the open doors. So I do feel like you're searching, but I feel like you also have something being presented to you. Clarity on dreaming and dream big. What is a different facet of a message instead of the same message coming through? What? 1, 2, 3, at least 4 cards. Please and thank you. Excellence. Beautiful. And I'll show you this. I stared at it. And expression. But I did just say something about believing in yourself, valuing yourself, maybe you need to speak up. Maybe somebody's going to finally speak up. Maybe somebody finds that shocking. Shock. But I feel like that would be a really good shock. Speak your truth. I mean, that's the energy of authenticity. It's speak your truth, but it's also live your truth. And it's doing the best you can every single day. What you can do one day, that's your best, is not going to necessarily be the same you would be on another day. So, you know, it's just like, you know, if you go and you have to jump through all these hoops and you're running on empty, or you feel like you're being pushed, or this isn't fun at all, you know, your energy is going to kind of be lagging, slacking. Maybe you just had a long night, you didn't sleep so well, so you can only jump through 3 hoops today. Maybe another day you got the pep in your step, you know, things are going really good, you're feeling really good about what you're doing, more opportunities are opening up to you, and you're deciding to, I'm getting even, take some more little leaps of faith, more and more in your life to do something new. I feel like, you know, you don't want to just, I just heard be in the three ring circus. I don't know why I see a circus now. It usually makes me think of something that's kind of like dramatic and chaotic and stuck in a tent. Unless you do Circus Olay, that's probably pretty fun. I would say that takes a lot of skill and excellence. But I feel like those are just 2 energy things. Maybe it's about choosing your circus. Maybe it's not, you don't want to be in any circus. You want to do your own thing. But I feel like if you go here, and it's like you get on the treadmill every single day, and you do 20 minutes on this, you know, incline, I feel like something got boring. You stopped seeing results. You know, when I see that little, when I get that little message, that usually means that somebody has no longer, you know, had results. There's no expansion. It's just sort of going through the motions kind of energy. So you need to switch something up. I feel like you have started to do a different obstacle course every day, and that's keeping you sharp. So that could be even knowledge you're getting. Could be something really physical too. Maybe the first day you do something, you're like, yeah, I need to do that for maybe a week, and then I'll be good at that obstacle course. And then maybe another one, you know, you pass with flying colors right away. Like, that's it, switch it up, ready for something new. So I do feel like something is switching up. I feel like you want expansion. You want bigger possibilities. You're believing in yourself. You're giving yourself some grace here too. Because, you know, I just heard the weirdest phrase and I don't know what that means. I just heard not every day is a pickle jar. What does that mean? What does that mean? Maybe somebody always had to have somebody else open their pickle jar for them. Like, can you open my pickle jar? Maybe like pickles. I just see that little trick where you take the end of the butter knife and you kind of go boop, boop, and you kind of put little like niches on it and it opens right away. So maybe somebody's learning to do something there's you know, on their own, or learning like a little trick to get something to be easier. Interesting messages today. So let me make these a little more organized and let's continue. I did bring this beautiful rose deck. I kind of don't, when I started to use this deck, I went to the book. But I feel like I just want to look at what the main message on the card is. Also, I want to show you again how gorgeous this is. I have hundreds of decks of cards, and this is the prettiest one on this side, in my opinion. It's beautiful. All right, so let's see. Let's get one message for you. What is the message that would be the most helpful for the collective right now? Please and thank you. Oh. So you're feeling, I like this. All right, so this is the sensualist. So you're feeling a little sensual right now. A little sassy energy coming through in the rose department here. So it's actually La Francais Rose. I feel like I have to say rosé. like the wine. It's number 35. But I feel like maybe this is, maybe somebody got, you know, I'm kind of getting that they're, what is that? What did I see before? The wake up call, or like snapped into sense. But I feel like that's sensual. So it's all about what you can touch. I also feel like maybe it's about putting some beautiful glow up energy into yourself. You know, if you've been dreaming, let's just say you've been dreaming. I don't know why I see somebody going blonde. Like, let's say you always had darker hair. You always thought maybe, what would I look like blonde? Like, oh, that's a big thing. I see somebody dyeing their hair a different color. Maybe it's not blonde. Maybe it's the other way. Maybe if that's too much and you have hair like mine and it's super, super baby fine, then maybe it's just a couple little highlights, you know, working with the right hairdresser. Don't bleach it out, because I've done that too, where, you know, you put a little too much of the old bleacheroo and you start to get some breaking going on. So maybe some of you had something like that. There's always a good hairdresser that can help you out. And also, when in doubt, shop it off and rock the pixie. Why not? So maybe somebody's doing something like pretty bold. You have long hair, you're cutting it off. You always had a baby face, you're growing a little mustache. It does look like this dog has a mustache. Maybe you always had a mustache, you're shaving it off. I feel like some of you are changing in your expression, your like how you speak with what you wear and how you feel. I do feel like some of you are looking pretty sassy and sexy to someone else. So let's get one more from the rose. Please and thank you. It's another pink rose, the citizen. It's funny because I just heard rebel. Like, you have to be the model citizen. And then I see somebody like just kind of doing their own thing. I see somebody who like has a business suit on, but they have a lot of tattoos, like sexy tattoos everywhere, like the whole sleeve underneath. So maybe somebody's like not always trying to cover something up that they really are. Maybe somebody always had a mask on, or maybe it's even switching a roll up a little bit. You know, maybe if you felt like because you're kind of a rebel and a badass and, you know, you have all your piercings or whatever it is, that you couldn't do something in a sexy suit or a ball gown. Yeah, you can. Rock it. I feel like you're like combining something. Maybe it's dressing for the role that kind of puts you in that energy, but believe you can do it. I know that sounds really silly, but it does make a big difference. Like if there's something that's kind of intimidating, you know, let's just say you're going into the business world and that feels really new and that's making you a little bit like, whew, I don't know if I could do that. Put a suit on, or, you know, lady suit or whatever it is that is the citizen, you know, expectations, because sometimes you do have a job where you have to meet the retirement standards, whatever it is. Put it on, but make it still a little bit yours. You know, I just thought of like Ally McBeal when they had the lady suits on, and she still rocked that little mini, you know, the little mini skirt. So, you know, I feel like you're pushing the lines a little bit, but you're still, you know, following the rules, and then see how you feel. And you might find you immediately feel like, you know, you fit the role. Like, yeah, you can do this. I feel like somebody's going to gain a lot of confidence, maybe with buying themselves a new outfit. Like if somebody's always wearing like stretchy pants and, you know, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you don't think you're going to go to the gym. Maybe buy yourself a fancy ass pair of stretchy pants and see how good your ass looks in it and get your ass to the gym. You know, if you're like, no, I don't think so. It's not my style. I feel like whatever it is, buy yourself something you love, you feel good in, fits your body, treat yourself, and see if that instantly switches up your energy and how you feel. And I feel like some of you really need to go to the mirror like right now or after this video and look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, speak to yourself how beautiful you are, how strong you are, how amazing you are, how much you deserve, how much you have overcome. You know, tell yourself how amazing it is that you are talented in blah, dot, dot, or whatever it is. Or how much knowledge you have from all that time spent from studying dot, 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 whatever it is. Whatever is amazing about you, don't forget it. Tell yourself that. You know, speak that beautiful truth to yourself. Don't doubt yourself or get in your own way or think that you don't deserve something. Dream bigger. Wow, interesting. The Citizen, 37. Maybe some of you do something in the community, or you inspire others. And but I kind of see like this maybe is, I kind of still see, I don't know why I see a rebel there. I want to say like there's a, like going against the status quo. You know, the way everyone thought everything had to be, the way of society. And I feel like it doesn't have to be that way if that doesn't feel right for you. I feel like there's more under the surface of you. And I also feel like you have the capacity and the capability to really come through a situation, whether that's your own life or a whole environment, and kind of break the mold a little. You know, inspire others to color outside the lines a little bit. All right. I don't even know what came through in this reading, but I feel like it was a motivational talk. I also feel like some of you should do that superhero pose. You know, if you kind of feel weird on your energy, like stand like a superhero. You know, it actually does put some confidence. So, but that might not be you. Maybe you're super confident, and maybe this is just giving you an awareness and an understanding of, you know, because this, if somebody was really timid, unbalanced, confused, expecting the worst, there has to be a turnaround in that person's energy. Maybe you're the one that spoke up, reminded someone how excellent they are. I just thought of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Wild stallions. I think that's what they do. Oh my gosh, that just aged me. And then I don't know why, I just thought of Walk in the Clouds. Maybe I just went like, Keanu. Walk in the Clouds. It was like the one in the vineyard. Maybe it's something with a vineyard. I just remember him going, Victoria, Victoria. Maybe it's the name Victoria. And I don't know why I just thought of, what is that movie in the 80s? If you know what I'm talking about, because I don't have the movie. It's the one, it's like Pretty in Pink or one of those, and they hold the radio up at the end. Like, I'm sorry, I'm playing your favorite song, come to the window. So maybe somebody's coming back. They're doing something kind of like sweet, dramatic, getting your attention, doing something very 1980s style. Maybe somebody's like born in the 80s, likes 80s movies. I do see like California now. I just thought of the Tupac song, because I'm thinking of the vineyards. Maybe Oregon, California, Argentina, New Zealand, Italy, Croatia, Spain. I have a song. Maybe all of that took me on the trail, so I get to put this song on the playlist, because I did come by it the other day looking for the playlist, and it didn't suit the video, so I didn't put it up. But I was hoping at some point I would say something about Spain, because there's a song by Three Dog Night. Interesting. Also, because we have the dogs today. So maybe something's going to happen in 3 nights. 3 days? It's called I've Never Been to Spain. It was like one of my favorite songs for many years. There's just something kind of special about it. Well, and she said, well, I've never been to heaven, but I've been to Oklahoma. Maybe it's another state, Oklahoma. Well, I've never been to England, but I kind of like the Beatles. I don't know, if you look at no other songs in the playlist, maybe check that one out if you don't know it. It's pretty good. I feel like we should dive into the tarot. Let's do it. Diving into the tarot. Oh, you know what? No, I want a message from the universe. And then the tarot. And I'm going to use the, like, traditional. Maybe you need to look at the Chariot. This is the vintage tarot deck. But let me find the universe. Where'd you go, universe? I'm going to pause you while I look. I don't want you sitting here while I'm shuffling through my cards. Hold on. All right. It's going to be a little switch around here. I'm going to throw a monkey wrench in for you guys. I did look at the book for that rose thing just to kind of get an idea, see if sort of there was an extra message, and I like the messages. I'm going to read this to you. But first, let's get the universe. What is a message from the universe that would be helpful right now for the collective? Please and thank you. What is something that would be super beneficial for them to hear right now, please? Helpful, inspiring. I keep hearing realistic. And I heard approach. Oh, I like this one. Yeah. This is perfect. I need you. That's why I saw all that, like, pep talk, glow up, talk to yourself, positive energy. I need you to get excited again. I need you to remember, even though you have those memories, remember, you're not in this thing alone. I'm working on your challenges. I mean, even if something was challenging, I feel like it's going to be now, like, you're going to take that challenge on. Like, bring it on. I just thought of that movie. Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blew my mind. Hey, Mickey. That's the like cheerleading movie. That is a great movie. If you've never seen, like, I think there might be two, but the first one, Bring It On. I can actually watch that on repeat, even though I haven't seen it in, what, 20 years or something like that. I've already assigned angels to you. So let go of the stress. Just trust me. I've got a pretty incredible ending in store. In fact, I think that's at the end of the song too, that particular song, or at the end of the movie is that song. In fact, that's why I need you to get excited again, because the happy ending I've got coming is gonna rock your world. Ooh, yeah, I love that one. All right, so, and then let's just take a peek at this. So let's look at the sensualist. This beautiful little rose. It is about love. La Francais Rosé. It is passion. Even romance are in the focus, or they will be. But these energies can pertain to activities, concepts, and not just people. Let your hair down. Where's your expression? I did see all that stuff about hair. Let your hair down. Enjoy yourself. Throw caution to the wind for a while anyway. The warning is to not let yourself get away too far off the ground. That's all I saw before up there in La La Land. Or you might just float away. I just thought of Modest Mouse, float on. Still, you may attract, where is it? An admirer at the moment. The sensualist is the lover of all things. And that delight, and I just thought of DEEE-LITE, that band, and Groove is in the House, or Groove is in the Heart, and light up their mind, body, and soul. Wow, that's somebody with pretty good inspiration. You're lighting up somebody's body, mind, and soul. That might be connected to that, I will just say. They know how to enjoy themselves, but they're not selfish in their pursuits, much preferring company along for the ride. I like that. That's somebody, it's not a selfish energy. I kind of feel like it's even like, okay, well, you can come with me or you don't. I'm not going to push you. You're in or you're out. Otherwise, I'm going to go have fun by myself. So maybe somebody's all work and no play. Maybe it's time for somebody to play a little bit. That does do wonders for the old switching up the energy in the rest of your life. So, oh, what's the next one? Let's see about the Citizen. Is the, oh, I didn't even say what kind of rose that is. It's the lion, it looks like Leon, but I think it's lion rose. Maybe somebody's a Leo. Is what you're doing keeping with the direction and outcome that you want to achieve? All those things you're imagining. You have this amazeballs ending outcome. What are you really dreaming about? And, you know, are you working to keep this balanced energy? And that's also balance in all areas of your life and where you're putting your focus. If you're only balancing your energy in the love department and you're slacking in the work department, that's going to be imbalanced. You know, if it's all into everybody else and never into yourself, that's also trying to give from an empty plate. It's imbalance. So if not, what would you need to do? What would you need to change for you to better align with the energies to achieve? Where's your achievement, your excellence, balance, and success? It is, are you around naysayers or people that don't believe in you or people that pull your energy all over the place, keep you in cloudy judgment, keep you questioning yourself, always creating some chaos and turmoil, and you know, you're fantasizing about other things but never doing anything about it? Exit out of that situation or distance yourself from it, even if you have to just spend time alone. I do feel like you have the right people that want to come in. I feel like that's a repeating message that some of you need to hear again. And sometimes that's not a big decision. Sometimes that's a natural progression with a new cycle. All is well and good. I did see somebody being the rebel, right? Even though that was the model citizen. I just heard the weirdest song. We're going to have a weird playlist today, guys. I can't remember what it's from. I don't know why I just thought of the Mikado. It's like a operetta. It might be the Mikado, but it might be something else. I just thought of that weird song. I am the very model of a modern major general. Something about animal and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general. I'll find it. If it's not the Mikado, maybe I can find something by the Mikado and put that in there. Maybe you like opera. I did just think of there is an opera song, and I cannot get the title, but I do know what it is. It's the one where she's at the party and then she gets like the hiccups or something. I will find it. I'll put it in the playlist. I might have to call someone. I might have to call my sister to find that one. Ooh, get sidetracked today. Maybe that's your energy too. Kind of all over the place. But always come back to center. Where were we? All is good. All is well and good being the rebel, but sometimes you do need to fit in, work with the proven methods, and try not to reinvent the wheel to get your goal. The citizen is the everyday person. We are everyday people, that's another song, who is focused on democracy and the betterment of the people. They're approachable, friendly, and easily connect with others. So maybe this is, how can you blend in and yet stand out? It's someone who's in the energy of authenticity, truth, acceptance, belonging, and balance. But if you are somewhere where you don't have that balance, maybe it's going to where you do feel balanced. So now let's do the tarot. I did want to use the Rider-Waite here, but I have that animal tarot deck and I keep staring at it. I feel like that particular deck wants to come through lately. So let's do both. What are some messages or flow of energy that would be helpful for the collective. What is the foundation? We did see the Chariot before. So forward movement, releasing energies that keep you off of balance or try to get you off your path, go in too many different directions instead of the direction you know is your destiny, your truth, your calling, the way to victory, where your world is going to be rocked. What is, let's see, what is the base to know about? Please and thank you. That's that lack mentality. So this is where you started, or this is where somebody was. It could have been a shocking situation, you know, where somebody did feel left out in the cold, maybe because of somebody else's cloudy judgment. Sometimes the Five of Pentacles is where you only have one bone, or somebody took away your bone, and you're out there in the cold, hobbling in the, you know, in the snow with no shoes on, and feeling like you're in a slump. And sometimes you are pushed out in the cold. Sometimes somebody does shut you away. Sometimes you are locked out. Sometimes, I hope you're not outside without your shoes on in the snow, but it can be in like the wrong pair of boots and your feet get really wet and then it's pretty cold. But the thing is, with the Five of Pentacles, it's a five, so it is always about that cycle. You know, it says don't reinvent the wheel, but it's doing what works. There's always this like warm church in the background or something there, but these people are just out in the snow. So if you knock on that door, nobody answers, maybe you go around to the other door. Or maybe it's, you know, going down the street to someplace different, because there is something that will open up, but it takes the effort to knock. Or it takes the openness to say, if somebody's opening up the door and they're like, come in. Dude, I just cooked like the best stew ever. Like, sit down, have a cup of tea. I got you. I got some warm socks for you and warm boots, you know, before you insist on going back out in the cold. At least let's get you warmed up. But you're like, no, it's okay. You know, out of pride or whatever, and you don't need any help. That's that leading the horse to water thing. Sometimes help is right there. The universe is providing people in your life, situations to help you get stronger, to bring these possibilities in your life. But if you don't accept the help, not much the universe can do. I just heard God helps those who help themselves. But sometimes you're in the position where you can help somebody who's left out and hobbling, feeling hurt, you know, feeling like an outsider. And you can be the one to reach out and get through, or at least offer. They might accept, they might not. So let's get clarity on whoever is out there, or whatever past situation had somebody feeling like they were left out in the cold, left in the dust. That could even be, I'm kind of getting maybe even a ghosting situation, but it's where it affected your physical life somehow, because it's Pentacles. So if it's not about money and it's about lack of energy, it affected your energy. But I don't feel like that's going on anymore. I do feel like you're doing a big turnaround here, or someone else is. So clarity on the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you are. Whatever I said before on jumping through those leaps of faith hoops, you're doing it. Somebody's ready to make a change, ready to do something different, ready to get out there in that expansive world with the wide-eyed wonder of the awesome fool. Leave your baggage behind. You only need your little purse here. You only need your phone. Anything else that's out there, you'll figure it out along the way. You drop the baggage. You decide to have faith in yourself, faith in God, faith in your future, that there's something out there that's bigger, brighter, and better. You don't know how you're going to find it. You might not know what direction you're going to go. Maybe you got a little glance-a-roo from the, you know, top of the cliff, but it doesn't even look like you're looking down. You're looking up to the sky, up to God, already in the energy of gratitude with your arms open. I just thought of arms wide open. Creed, I think that was the first concert my sister ever went to. What was the first? Can you put that in the, oh, that's such a good question. It's also a really good question to ask anybody if you just meet them. What was the first concert you ever went to? Mine was Counting Crows / Wallflowers. What was yours? Put it in the description for me, or not the description, I always say that, in the comments. I'd love to see what everyone's first concert was. Like big concert, not like, you know, in the school gym. You have your little rose, you have your dog that's there. It's gonna be loyal to you no matter what. And it's interesting, here is like lack of faith that you can do something new, that you can be someone different, that you can have this elevated perspective and spiritual growth in your life. It's like getting stuck in a cycle. It goes round and around and around. It's like, you know, going to that obstacle course every day, and it's just the same rotation all of the time. It's, I don't know why I just saw like the dog, like, dude, you're gonna jump off that cliff. Where are you going? You're gonna fall off. I don't think you should do it. If you do it, I'm coming with you, but I don't know. And I kind of feel like whoever that fool is, whatever was behind the fool is probably worse than him jumping off the cliff. And I don't think he's looking back, or she's looking back. You've come so far. Take the plunge. It also looks like in this particular fool card, they kind of don't even look like mountains. It kind of looks like waves or water. So I do think you're going to figure out that something, you know, you thought was just a free fall, you're actually going and going into the right wave of opportunity. Maybe you're diving into something emotional. Let's just see what you need to know. First and foremost, biggest message on what's ahead for the fool. Get a little peek at that next step, this big new cycle. It's that it's taking you to your 9 of Cups. Awesome. This is awesome. Because if you're going into if you're taking this big leap of faith, or someone else is finally, I'm getting a lot of, because the fool has a lot of courage. You have to have courage to do this. It's not being a dumbass to take a calculated risk. This is what you need to get excited about, because it's telling you here that this new cycle ahead, which starts by you putting effort into that leap, doing the best you can every day, learning a lot as you go, is taking you to your wish come true. Everything you want is right behind you. But if you sit there with your arms crossed, you might not be open to the blessings God wants to provide. It's also, you had that one thing that said something about being authentic and not selfish. Upside down, I kind of see that 9 of Cups, kind of like somebody who's in gluttony. It's mine. It's all mine. Can't share with anyone. Then I won't have anything. You know, or it's even like overindulgence. So if that's the open bar and you can get whatever you want, or that's the smorgasbord and you can have as many cakes as you want, do you really need to eat 10 cakes to feel satisfied because it's offered to you? Or is it savoring it, having a good time, having some for later? There's going to be plenty. Still be in that energy of abundance and not lack, even if it pertains to your dreams coming true. I feel like we should do one more message. Just one more layer from the Animal Tarot. So what is one more final message that would be helpful for the collective? Please and thank you. You're going to be going somewhere where there is equal give and take. And I'm staring at the bottom too, and you have the Ace of Summer. I feel like these exact cards came through before, even though I shuffled. But maybe the other way. So you have a beginning. You have something that is beginning in your life, and you're going to love it every single day. You're going to be finding that your energy is more peaceful, and you're not just taking a sip of a little cup here. You're plugging in your fountain of youth, your fountain of love, your fountain of abundance. You have this stream of divine intuition that's coming into your world more and more, the more you trust it and allow it and have faith. It could be a new job that you love, the new you that you're really into. Maybe that's why you got all these little secret admirers talking about you. Maybe they're fantasizing about you, dreaming about you. But this starts with taking a sip. It's a beginning. If you unplug the fountain and that fountain's not for you, find another fountain. You know, it could be unplugging a situation too that was not working, or unplugging a situation that was not a give and take situation. Because the Six of Autumn is like the Six of Pentacles. That is when you know you can give and help, you know, and do something in your community for your best friend, for someone at work, for a stranger, doesn't matter. And you have it to give. It's not expecting them to repay it right away and getting something back. If it is about a contract sort of situation, I do feel like it is going to be paid back to you. If some of you like loaned money to somebody, I also see that maybe if somebody loaned money and they can't quite give it back, but they give you energy. You know, let's say you loan somebody money and they're not really doing that well at their job. They can't really repay it back. They got a lot of bills they still have to pay, but they can paint your house. And you've been looking for someone to paint your house for a long time, and they're actually pretty good at it. You know, it's the same as hiring somebody. Maybe it's paid back like paying it forward kind of situation. But if you do have anybody who is just taking or constantly draining you, but never giving back, then I feel like you're unplugging that situation. You're making the change and going down a different path where it feels like a constant renewal of your energy. Let's read these quick, but they're really tiny little words, teeny tiny words. Okay, Six of Autumn. Maybe you also see feathers, or there's something about a quarter. Maybe some of you have a quarter and it has an interesting date. There is like, I don't know if you can see, it looks like a quarter. And it's a kiwi. I did say something about New Zealand before. Your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, receive a grant or scholarship in return for heaven's blessings. Be sure to share the wealth with others through donations of time or money or reputable charities. I feel like this is a circulation of giving back. You're getting all these blessings from the universe, and it's because you already have been giving back from the kindness of your heart, the truth of your soul. I just heard your authentic dreams. I don't know why that came through, but this is the universe wanting to give it back to you. But you also have to give to yourself. It's the beginning of a new emotional experience for you. It may be the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or the awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. Interesting, because I feel like that was the very first card. Was that shock, unexpected. So, shall we do, I would say, I think I'm going to hold off on the rock star today, because I think a lot of music came through, and I think that was our reading. So with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so very much. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night. I very much look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And with this, I bid you adieu. Thank you for being here.